Yeah, it turned out night.
Well, yeah.
Apparently somebody already fucked this up before we got to it. So, it's dead. Yeah, it's coming off.
So, now that we know, this is how it's supposed to go. When you put the keys in.
Oh, yeah, we gotta cut them off.
Look. You're supposed to go inwards. You better hold that end.
It smells like plastic, burn the night away. Actually, lucky for me, I have a lot of experience with this because I used to have to sharpen sea glass to make my scrapes.
Mm-hmm.
So, I just gotta... It's dead, Jimmy! It's dead, just let it die! I can't hear you.
That was Tud. That was Tud. Hey, Tud. Ooh, that smells great.
I think that side is hot enough to get it in. I just gotta...
I think that still needs to go flush.
No, I'm just gonna send it.
Just... I think it does it have to...
Maybe I need to push it in more, but it is sloppy as fuck.
Well,
get it? That's better than it was. There we go. Okay, Dinkhead's installed.
Bastard. Wait, she can go one more notch. Can she? Where? At the top.
That's good enough for me.
No, it has to go all the way.
Wow.
You're a ham, Jim. He's a ham. He knows his camera's on.
What language is that? Funny language?
You cannot.
Oh, fuck that, damn it! It's one of the kids!
Okay, that's in.
Like, why would you do that?
You want to test with the new radio so we can see how it looks?
Sure. That'll do, baby. That'll do. I don't know. He's like, why is he doing that? We were kidding. We're just like really kidding. Like somebody's be like, these guys don't know how to install stereos, even though we've seen multiple videos of them doing the same thing over and over.
It's like you don't know shit about installing audio stuff. Like, oh well, if we didn't know shit, then we wouldn't be installing it.
I don't know. It's just not the key to their happiness.
You're like, wait, he has keys in his hand. Oh, that's his buddy.
And then meanwhile, those keys are like, oh yeah, you just stick it in, then pull it out.
Well, they're supposed to be on the front, but I hate these style. You just gotta go like that.
I like how you do the cat thing. That's hilarious.
And then this side's gonna be like, you know, I'm gonna fuck you. Come on. Come out. Good boy. No, bad ubu. See, I told you it was gonna fuck me. God damn it. I just had it. Alright. And on this episode of Late Night Johnson's Garage.
I'm not drunk enough for this.
No, you were about ready to slaughter that deck. I'm like, it's dead, Jimmy. Let it, just let it die.
I busted my knuckle, and I'm not even mad about it.
Well, now that I got this out of here.
So you get that thing in there, and then you stick those prongy things.
Well, I know how to do this, but first,
Adam knows how to do this. We're just gotta test fit it.
gotta see if it fits.
Does sloppy seconds ring a bell?
His sloppy seconds are rebound. Is that what you said?
No, does it ring a bell? God.
Well, at least it's a tight fit and not a hot dog down a hallway.
Oh my God. This is gonna be one of those fun ones. There we go. Okay, so she's in, and then I'm just gonna. So we're gonna have to.
Wait, hang on.
Oh, please don't tell me it's one of those.
Okay, now it's in all the way. Hang on. So now tubers, you got these little tabs that you gotta bend, and it locks it in.
We're not locking it in yet because I gotta wire it.
I know, but I was gonna just make your job more difficulter.
Hold on, it's not one of those, is it?
What do you mean?
It is, isn't it?
What?
The fun kind.
What do you mean fun kind? It's not a CD player. No, hang on. Shouldn't this...
No, I don't think it's detachable face.
Wait, okay, what?
I'm stubborn.
Okay, I'm recording.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Wait a minute, this is upside down. You're like, no, it's not. Okay, I knew something was fucking me. Just get the fuck in there! Row your fucks gently down the stream. Okay, that wouldn't be too bad. Alright, and we're done, tubes. Alright, now you're like, it doesn't work!
All right, Adam, show them what we got here. So green is
This green is constant. We believe this is our ground. We haven't tested that yet. This guy is going
turn
to
on. The blue and the white.
This is going to be your signal ignition on.
Okay. And then the others, I think those are just volume controls from the steering wheel.
We think
And then-
one is a signal wire.
And those are for the speakers, and one I think is for the amp. Turn on that blue and white one. I think is for the.
But we are going to totally ignore this plug. We're going to pretend like this never happened.
Yeah.
You can get bypass kits and other harnesses will plug directly in.
We're bypassing all that. We're bypassing the amp bypass kit.
What we're going to do is we're just running these to the back, and we're going to cut the harnesses at the amplifiers. One of them's actually the stereo unit. The head unit here is, since it's the JBL system, or it's a control unit. It's controlling the tuner in the back. So this is redundant. So basically this goes to the back just to come right back up front to the speakers again. And we don't want anything.
We're gonna just take that out.
So we're just gonna use this for our sound inputs going to our amps. We're running two different amps. We're running one that's gonna power the speakers as they currently are. We'll upgrade that at a later time. And then the other one is going to be
for the subwoofer.
For the subwoofer.
Hey, Mama Jan, I'm ready for that race! I went on 200 races! No, dumbass, that was 200 laps! What's up?
Just tiny bit. Come on.
Right there? Look at that air confusion, what the hell's going on? That sounds like a time when the doctor offers me 2 pounds of my life! Get that for me!
Hang on.
Goddamn, get off my lawn! Hold on.
You cannot.
Oh, fuck that, damn it! It's one of the kids! You're right, I think he's drunk, but I'm sober. I'm not drunk enough for this. Hey, I'm gonna ask you a question. Dead yet? Damn, it didn't even cut it! Well, if we were Axemen, we'd be pretty dead right about now. God! Damn! Motherfucker! I'm gonna spit this blood! Okay, I'm done. God damn it! God, it
nice!
It's just a box of metal. That's all it is.
Oh hell, we got some room.
This is longer than the truck. Because the truck fits in here.
This is like crew cab status.
This is, yeah, fuck.
Today we sat crew cab in the garage. You're like, no, wait, that's a Lincoln. It's whatever I tell it it's gonna be.
Well, it's a 4-door, man. And then they're like, well, we got the Chevy crew cab. It's a Cadillac. You're like, what are they talking? I don't get the lingos here.
And then you look at it and it's on 24 or something like that.
Yeah, like, I don't get thinking stuff.
I don't know.
Clear.
Are you trying to back it up a little bit more?
No, I'm not. God damn it. Don't worry, dude. We got this. We're professionals. You better stand back. Clear.
It's like, pah, just.
No, that'd be like it'd be like when you let go of the Silica hatch. I'm like, man, that knocked me up sideways so hard. God, I hated that. That sucks so bad. I was like, oh, I just got hit. Where did that freight train run by? What the fuck?
So tubes. So he's got this laying back here. This is actually for his sunroof doohickey. He's got it out for some other problems. What we'll go over later. So I just noticed that you know how everybody's all like, oh, you just can't crossbreed and this and that. Well, what's this? BMW.
She is a hot piece of shit.
Only buy American, and then you're like, made in Germany. Alright, so we're just unplugging stuff and things. That's the subwoofer amplifier.
AKA, I don't even think it's fucking working.
So we're just gonna take that out.
Yeah, wait, you could use that.
And we're just gonna kind of take that out of there.
This baby one.
Where'd the power wire for that go? The power connector. Oh, is that it?
That's it, yeah.
Oh, I like how they changed the color.
Hold on, you know what the best part is? This is really stout wire, and then you look at this end, and this one's okay. And
yeah, I know.
It's just fucking tiny as hell.
It's just stupid. So that's gonna go.
Right in the trash bag. Actually, the only thing that really go in the trash bag, I'm still thinking about this guy. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but it's coming out for sure. We probably park it on the shelf.
I just shit can
I
that.
want to park it.
You know, if we could figure out how to send audio signal to it through that one cable, then we could use it for something. But otherwise,
And then a low impedance inline. Will do it.
like an RCA line.
Adapter. Basically, it goes from RCA to stereo wire.
Yeah. And then, so we got to leave that amp in there because that's gonna.
That barnacle is coming out here.
Oh, actually, that's right. You're getting rid of that because you're doing something different with the speaker wires.
Yeah, this is so basically what we're basically doing is you can buy a bypass online. It plugs into connector. We'll call this connector A, or excuse me, we'll call this connector A and this connector B, one of these two. It comes in here and basically all it's doing is jumping these two together. That's all it does.
Mm-hmm.
So you can either get that or you can do what we're doing. So basically all we're going to do is this fancy wiring diagram we have here is we're going to jump this together. So basically all you're doing is taking one channel from one side to its counter. It's, you know, like you could be polar opposite. You're like, but wait, that's not right. No, I was kidding. To its clone over here, basically, it's counter opposite. So, you know, positive to positive, negative to negative, blah blah blah, so forth, left, right. You get the idea here. And that's all we're doing. That's all it does is connect these guys to here and there, and it sends power to there, and you're done. And this barnacle can leave finally, and you will need an extension for your antenna because there is not one up front for your deck. So this barnacle, I hope it didn't just fucking break. No, wait, I have the other end. Never mind. I'm over.
You're like, man.
I'm like, I don't know if I can do this, Jimmy. This is too much. There's a piece of barnacle. I'm just like, shit. So it's actually ready to come out of here. I just have to find this giant ground strap.
Oh, that's a nice ground wire. Look at that. Mm-hmm.
And of course, it's a fucking star bit. Give me the pair.
Vice grips, they're in. I think they're in the toolbox there. Meanwhile, Adam is doing some wiring shenanigans.
Welcome back to NBR. You're like, okay, this is definitely not it. So this gray one is not your connector because it's missing these pinnings right here for the stereo. So there's 3 pins here that are missing. So that's how we not identify this one as. We're gonna deal with this one for deeper.
And then the 2 black ones are the basically this.
Basically, you gotta do this, and then you're done.
Like,
Yeah.
you think
Did she just smash those together?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm going to do after we look at our little gizmos or connector here is we're gonna take
Those
some,
butt connectors are pretty high quality.
these are all nice. These are nice shrink tubes. No, I'm just kidding.
There's actual spade things in there too.
Yeah, I see them. I just gotta make sure if I have the proper spade because I don't think these are too big.
You should just cut the connector and.
I'm not cutting the connector.
No. I didn't know.
You know, connect.
No, we don't want to cut the connector because just in case we decide, you're like, all right, I want to do the bypass harness, or we do something else with it, or I use those connectors from a bypass harness to make my own custom stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna. We either can snip these, because we're not even sure. We're still testing. We gotta still put voltage through these, anyways. So I think this guy is going to be our one that helps us be the bitch. And we're just gonna
Do you want the jumper wire?
Yeah, I guess I'll do jumper. Because I gotta send that. I need that battery so I can send some low voltage through.
You want me to get you a battery?
Yes.
Do you want a battery? Are you sure?
The battery.
It's by your butt. By your butthole.
It's electric.
They're like, oh, okay, what did I just get into? So I go like this. Then we're gonna take this battery. Go.
Well, you need a ground too.
Wow. I'm gonna connect another one into the other side to complete a circuit.
Okay.
After, because I gotta go that.
Battery. She's supposed to hear it.
And then you like
Okay, so the first connectors, pins 1 and 2, are your right speaker minus
And the positive.
and I think I'm very positive about
right, front right,
is rear right.
rear right. So we should hear it on that side then.
Rear Rabby.
Yeah, like it depends on which angle you look at the vehicle. Like,
You're like, it's gonna play in the speakers in the back, okay?
There's no place like, what the fuck?
there's that one. Well, there's.
I think I have to cut something, Jimmy. This is not.
Just here, use some pink wire.
They're like, wait a minute, what the fuck is that?
No, this is a very dangerous spot, Adam.
Well, I could
Gonna
knock
tip
that
over.
over.
Oh shit!
You know, I could. You stop, Jimmy. There's
fuck.
a perfectly good workbench right here.
You're like, well, I wouldn't have done it that way because, you know, I've done this for so many times and blah, 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 blah,
Well,
blah.
Scotty Kilmer said, no.
All right, Jimmy, we're gonna work on the car. Ready for done.
So you take the battery up, put it goes here, and go, okay. No, I'm not here, nothing.
That fan's too loud.
Do you think that's the connector going to the radio?
I don't know. It could be. So what I need is to turn the fans up. It's too loud. I can hear nothing.
But you should hear a pop. Let me just turn this fan off. Try the other connector.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, you know what? God damn it.
Were you doing the one going to the radio?
Yeah. Fuck. I wasn't paying attention. It needs to be a harness, so that's the one that's not in my hand, okay? Wait, you're like, wait, that's the right one now, right? It's in my hand. You're like, you just said not in your hand.
You're like, God damn it.
You're like, the next one of you motherfuckers that says anything. No. So power's here. And now that I'm not playing with the wrong connector. $804. I really don't know what's going on here, but you guys are crazy.
We don't have any alcohol, that's the problem.
Well, I have alcohol in here.
You need some more? I don't have any
You're
alcohol.
like, wait a minute, that's TK? I mean, oh, blur that out.
Yeah.
You're like, and we're putting this oil in the car today.
No, I think I'm going to do that just as a gag.
And then this thing's coming out, and the other one's like, I don't know what's going on here, but I'm coming out too. I'm coming out. I don't want the world to know.
Shit.
He's like, we find that very offensive. You're like, well, good. Right.
That's it.
It's activating this one. So these top two right here, Dick and Larry.
So what color is that? You got a orange and a red?
And what language is that, Adam?
Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny language. Sips from coffee. Sips from coffee, looks straight ahead, and he's like, fuck. I gotta put the fan on. I'm sweating.
I'm really not a fan of what's going on. So this diagram is correct, so I don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah, so we're
So
good.
now we're playing with the right connector. So this is the one that's going to matter, because this one goes to your front deck in the front.
Yeah. We're gonna come back here in a moment, and we'll show you when we're done cutting those wires together. We'll be back in a moment.
He's like, he's eating.
Yeah, and Adam's also eating.
All right, well, a lot of regrets later.
Oh my god, no! I don't wanna. Oh fuck. Oh god, why? Why? I don't wanna.
Jimmy's like, yes.
Yes, cut the connector. Solder in new wires.
He talked me into
Make
it.
new wires have solid connections.
Look, I don't wanna.
You don't want that, but random shit in math.
Oh wait, hold on.
And it starts sparking, and you're like, oh shit.
I left the power stuff in there though. And then it's like, I'm over here, you're over here, we're all over here. Hey there, Nick, you got any drugs?
Gorsk.
I don't think it's bright enough in here. Fuck me. They're like, I got those welding goggles on. I'm like, meanwhile, we're trying to put this together on the side.
So guys, this light fixture here we got for free. It was, the guy was getting rid of stuff across from us. We were like, I think that light fixture has my name written all over
And I
it.
was like, I'm taking that dresser.
Yeah, he needed a dresser, so that was out there free, and I think we took a bag or something.
We did.
That was there.
We took a bag. And I used the bags for the kids' stuff because it was getting everywhere. So, this diagram I found is true for this connector. Everything was true. So the only thing I left attached that I didn't snip was our power and two wires that look the same, but one is supposed to be ground.
No, the other one just goes nowhere. You're like, what?
So this is a direct wire to this guy, as you can see. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to go up front really fast and wire the deck up.
I don't know. Is he going to do a TDI or a 4BT? Find out later. A year later.
They're like, wait a minute, this is too much pressure. I need to know now. You're like, shh, it's okay.
TDI or 4BT? It's essentially the same
It's
thing.
going to have diesel.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
It's a green car. It needs to be running green fuel.
Oh my god, you know what you need to do? When you get the motor, whatever it is, we're not saying what it is, you need to blur it out.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, well, there's her motor. And you're like, oh, like you son of a bitch.
Okay, so we got 2 amps here. You're like, yes, 2 amps, but you're not wiring them in right now. Well, no shit, Sherlock, you've won.
Congratulations. You won an IOU.
So here is an amplifier. This is a basic 2-channel amp. So basically you divide that by 4 and you're actually going to get true power of what this actually runs per speaker, and it's probably somewhere around 15 watts. I could be off. But, okay, so this is our basic. So you got your ground, which usually they're all set up here. It doesn't matter which amp you have. They're all usually universally the same. Look, for the most part. Power switched to this side, but ground's over here. But wait, what's this? That's your remote signal wire. That goes here. This turns your amp on every time you turn the key on. And your deck comes on and powers up and sends 12 volts to this. Literally all you really have to do is you just have to send 12 volts to here to have it turn on. Congratulations, you learned something new today. Woo!
Everyone getting learned.
Shit. Shucks. So we got 2 different amps here. What's the difference between these 2 amps? They're both 2-channel amplifiers. One's a higher wattage, one's a lower wattage. This would be great for our speakers. Because right now the deck that we're installing is a 60-watt deck. So that's divided by 4. So that's somewhere in the ballpark of, where the fuck's my phone? Oh my god, what the fuck was that? He's like, he just shipped his pants.
You guys can count all the farts in this video. I'll send a $50 gift card.
Well, that's ripped.
I'm getting ripped, yo. Blurb.
Alright, so that's a 60 watt deck divided by 4 speakers. That's 15 watts a speaker. That's right, 15 watts.
Was that deck really a 60 watt phone?
Uh-huh.
You.
Actually, believe it or not, the JBLs are 50, I think. Or the JVC ones. Or they're somewhere around there. But it sounded bitchin'. They're not bad. So 15 watts a speaker. So we take this 120 watt amplifier. And we're going to divide that by 4. That's 30 watts a speaker. That's pretty damn good. So this is what we want to do eventually. But due to my negligence, I didn't calculate that my 12-foot auxiliary cable, which I got here, would not be long enough, because this deck that we have has 2 outputs, and the back of this deck is not long enough. So we either need to get a splitter and another RCA cable a lot shorter than this one. It could be 6 feet, it doesn't matter, to go from our source wire here. As you can see here, it's already been ran. This is going up to our deck. This is audio. This is going to run our amp for now. So we're just going to rely on the deck. But basically, we're going to come back later, and I'm going to show you how to put this in here. So this will be installed. We're going to mount it somewhere. It needs to be wired up. It could be, we could fully wire this, everything to the power, ground signal, get it wired. So basically, we need to discover, which you already did in this wire. One of these is our signal, so it's this farther out one. This one right here is your signal wire. That's going to tell your amp to turn on. So if we just cut this wire, we don't have to run a signal wire from the front. Save yourself some time. If you have a factory system like this one, which already has amplifiers in it, we could technically have used this amp to power our sub, which I wanted to do originally, but we're going for bigger things. Because the subwoofer we have is capable of a lot more, but this amplifier that comes factory, there's no telling how powerful this thing is. It's not labeled. It's just this unlabeled, I think it's JVC. I'm not sure.
It's like 1, 2, 3, Bush.
I was like, off! Off! Die! And then change the channel and they're playing the same thing. I'm like, ah!
Bush.
You're like, why won't it end? Like, I'm sleeping. And I'll wake up and derp to derp. They're like, we don't know what he's doing, Jimmy. Like, you gotta figure that out.
Like, you guys are a bunch of cocksuckers. I don't know why that comment just made me laugh.
All right. Like you say so, buddy. Like you don't. I don't know if you know what to talk about, but okay. All right.
It grabbed a hold of the wire.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Also, it's really hot.
You're like, I'm my first clue.
If you can, when you can see through it like that, that's really hot.
It burns.
You're like,
Ow, my spleen.
Oh, that's hot. Oh yeah.
what is that?
Don't ask. Don't ask. Hey, it's called making it work. This is a great connection, folks. You're like, wait, that is a barnacle. It's a barnacle.
Is that for
keeping this here? Yes.
Oh my god.
Because it's too big of a gauge. Yes, it happened, Jimmy. Just let it happen. Just let it happen. You're like, no, I can't let it happen. This is a disgrace. All right, so now we're gonna cram this up here, and then we're gonna mount it on the side.
It'd be really funny if you told someone that they're a disgrace and their name was Grace.
Ah, disgrace. It's so bad it works. Too late. Do we have a nail? And it's gone.
Hey, Jimmy, can you give me some sauce? Can you give me some of that tinfoil? I need to wrap my condom here. I ain't gonna call her Sally for nothing. You're like, wait a minute, who's you calling Sally? You're like, you guys are a little 5 years too young for this kind of shit. Yeah. Just remember, you're going in, just wrap it. We're like, this whole thing is awful. This show is awful. You're like, well, you don't have to watch it, but you know, here you are. Oh God. You're like, is he a little nuts? Yes. Yes, I am. You're like, that doesn't fit.
Yeah, that hurts.
Shh. Let it happen, ground wire. You're my little bitch.
And you're just, it's like,
Snap! You're like, that? Yes, that is a nut on top of a nut. You're like, correct? Yeah.
this is nuts. Yes, I'd like a pound of nuts, please. That's a lot of nuts.
Okay, so, right there.
Are you gonna trim any of that wire down? Okay, roll on.
Okay, so, I don't know why, I must have been tired, but I kept doing this the hard way. Don't wire this barnacle. Just forget this ever happened. Just pretend it didn't happen and just leave it here. To be honest, save yourself a lot of trouble. Just run an RC cable back here and run the speaker spot with a goddamn amp. Because you are saving yourself so much trouble. Look at that. And all the channel stuff's right here. You put it in the amp. I will just wire my sub later. I'll have this driving all my speakers. And I'm done. And all I'm going to do is I'm probably just going to set Mr.
Oh my God.
Hold on, if I do this right, I'll be able to just sit him right
Oh my
there.
God.
Alright, tubes, welcome back. So, I was doing this the hard way, and we were trying to use that baby amp, but we discovered the baby amp's fried. So, right now we're using our 270 watt kit to run this off of factory power. We're ground to the chassis here. And we're not doing anything very taxing on this. We don't want it to try to pull the 1200 watt that this amp is capable of, due to the fact that it's not going to happen and this fuse is going to blow, which we're fine. So we got our Bluetooth stereo installed. We have our we have all speakers wired up. So what you got here is what we're running is we have the left channel is running the front left and the rear left, and right is running the rear right and the front right. So everything's wired together and they're all doing this, and it's all at this factory connector here. So everything's set to go, so we're just going to make this permanent here. We're going to tape it all up to make sure nothing connects, wrap it up really good. And this is pretty much all you need to do. Now we have an amp that is driving all these speakers, a much better amp. So what we're going to do is we're going to order a $38 Boss amp that is 400 watts. And that is going to be originally the one that's going to be running all these, not everything else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to return this to its original position of what we wanted it for. Is it's going to be running just the sub. That is all it's going to be running. But for now, we're running this like it is. Everything's wired in. We're not using the factory sub. We're not trying to run anything. We're not using any sub whatsoever right now. I guess I could try to wire it in, but I'm not going to.
Sorry, did I miss something? I had to take a dump. Are they all wired up?
Everything's running. Sound freaking amazing. They sound a lot better. I haven't even got into the car yet to listen to it. We're rolling right now. Do you want to grab the camera? Oh my god.
Yeah.
They sound a lot better now that they have a proper amp running them. Oh god.